broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, yeah. Oh, give it to us, James. Come on.
I told you I'd sing fast. It wasn't going to be good.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of our after show for Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life here on AFTERBUZZ TV. Sitting to my left, I'm Cameron Lewis at The Only Cam Chef, Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe, podcast, iTunes, hashtag ABTVGTSL. We need to think of like a fun song for that or something.
Right?
Sitting to my left, please introduce yourself.
I am James Franck. You could follow me on Twitter at @TheJimboSlice. That's TheeJimbo
Jimbo Slice?
SLICE, yeah. Like Kimbo Slice.
I like that.
I used to have a really big beard.
Did you?
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Jimbo.
You know what? Let's do 20 minutes on the beard instead of the after show.
I'm in.
I'm interested. And a very special guest joining us. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Alden. You can find me on Twitter at chelseaalden.com. Pretty simple. And I'm an actor. And I was in this episode.
I know! So you were in the episode, you were in the party scene.
I was.
And you were talking to Neil.
Yes.
What's this like? How was this?
So much fun.
Yeah?
I mean, just for the fact that you're shooting a party scene, so it was a party. You know, we had a bunch of people hanging out. The only thing is you just had water in those solo cups. So.
Did they do the thing where, like, because you guys are the ones talking, everybody else is, like, quietly partying in the background? There's nothing happening? That's so weird.
It's the weird thing. Everybody's like, okay.
Fake dancing.
Music's playing. You're dancing. But nobody's listening to the same song in their head. So we're dancing, but they're dancing. And we're dancing like
I was an extra on Melissa and Joey when they did that on ABC Family, and I was in a party scene, and in the background, I'm having like fake whisper conversations with people. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm like, did you have tuna for lunch? Those
was there cake catering?
There was. I think there might have been. Catering.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
It was so much fun and like such a crazy experience because this was the first time I've ever shot a pilot episode of a TV show. Like every other show that I've shot has been established. Like I did like an episode in season 6 of The Mentalist, right? So the crew's been working together forever and the cast has been working together forever. But this was the first time that I'd been on a show where, I mean, they'd only shot together for maybe 3 days. Yeah. And so, like, the showrunner was there, and the executive producers were there, and, like, you know, the cast had only been working together for a few days. So it was actually a really fun experience. Everybody's kind of figuring out who their characters are and how they interact with each other. It was different, and I really liked it.
So everyone let loose at the party scene is what you're saying. Wow. Everyone was just like, let's get crazy.
Let's go. Episode 1 started off right.
Well, I think there's probably a different element of nerves for them. You know, you don't know if the show's going to get picked up to season. You're like, let's get it right. You know. I don't know.
When you have network executives and stuff watching you, that's a little weird. That's a lot of pressure.
Totally.
So it was quite a bit different than doing an established show.
Yeah.
The dynamic was different on set. People were still getting to know each other.
Totally.
That's fun.
Yeah. The fun thing, though, is that the fact is the entire cast is young. All of the extras were young. Yeah. You know, even the director, he had a really young vibe. And so it was just a lot of fun hanging out, a lot of joking, a lot of laughter. Like the girl who plays Karina, she's hilarious and towers over me. Her and I spent a lot of time together off set. And I'm just like, you are so tall.
You guys like work out,
is she like a female bodybuilder?
Yeah, she is. And she teaches basketball and she's super nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was.
Well, how about that? How about that? Did you know a lot about the show before you came aboard, or?
Not at all.
Really?
I don't think anybody knew much about it. There was only the one episode. Luckily, I did get to read the whole script because I've had shows where they send you like red copies of the 2 pages that you're in. They're like, you're not allowed to read the rest.
You have 2 lines.
Yeah.
You start reading it like a CSI episode. You're like, I don't know.
You're like, what?
Could be anything.
Is this a comedy or what's happening? Yeah.
And everybody talks like a newsie. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So,
Papers.
James, Chelsea, thoughts on the show overall? This is episode 1. So we have obviously something completely different can happen next week. But what do you think of the show so far?
I really liked it. I think from the first episode, it was the lovable jackass.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's got a lovable jackass in their group of friends. So I'm hoping, like, as the season goes on, it'll be like the other people that are in your group of friends, like the guy who cares too much, and then like the family guy, which it seems like that's the way it's going.
Yeah.
Like, Neil will be the guy who cares too much and is always like insensitive and doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then Josh will be like the family guy who like desperately wants to go hang out with his boys but can't because he's got a wife and kids at home and he has to go do the family thing. So
yeah, I think that'll be really interesting to see, and endless possibilities for what each episode could be about, which is nice. One thing that came to mind, this reminded me, because of the format of the show, Cooper's breaking the fourth wall.
Yep.
Voiceover, just talking straight to the camera, talking to us. It reminded me kind of do you guys remember on, I think it was Nickelodeon, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide?
Yeah.
no.
Had similar vibes of that, but obviously a more adult version.
Sure.
But I love it.
It had
I
a
like
little
the format.
How I Met Your Mother too,
A little bit,
in a
yeah,
sense.
definitely.
You know, of the direct communication to the audience sort of a
Yeah.
thing. I also like that it covers such a wide time span. Like, I feel like we're going to be jumping through time a lot.
That was honestly very surprising, because, you know, especially with comedies, it seems sometimes they do a lot of explaining to begin with, oddly enough, because you think that would be a drama thing. But this show, episode 1, did not explain very much. It just started going.
Yeah.
Like, after the first 5 minutes, we paused like the DVR. I was like, hang on a second, what was his name? I don't remember. Because he's going through everybody. You meet Kelly down the hall. She's in a dryer, all these things.
I know, they covered a lot of ground in one episode.
Yeah.
A lot of ground.
It's fun, though. And by the way, so episode 1, everybody, the concept is the TV.
Yes.
The TV, it's all about the TV. If you
It
think
was the
about
housewarming
this,
gift, and then it gets stolen.
So Josh, played by Justin, what is it? Justin, what's his name? Justin Bartha, who was in the Hangover films, which there was a Hangover scene, reminded me of that.
Totally.
He gives the TV to the guys moving into the house post-college. And you know that's a big deal, James.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And that's a big
deal,
TV.
Chelsea.
That's a big TV to be a big deal.
That's
Straight out of
64
college?
inches?
I would have
Straight
been
outta college.
stoked.
That's like, you graduate college, you get a TV, you're like, there's nothing else in life that I need but this.
Yep.
Don't get a job, it's fine.
They barely had it for 6 hours.
Yeah. And by the way, this wouldn't exist like 30 years ago on television.
No.
There's no episode where they go, hey, you know what? They have a TV, it gets stolen, the guy gets kidnapped. They're like, what's a TV, kid?
Beavis and
Maybe.
Butthead's whole movie was about a stolen TV.
Was it?
Really?
It was. Do America was all about them trying to get their TV back.
How do I not remember that?
I don't either. I don't either. I love it though. So we meet the lovable jackass, Barry. Mm-hmm.
So great.
Do you know guys
so
like
great.
this?
I know tons of people like this.
Yeah?
I don't know if I keep them in my close circle of friends, but
Yeah.
I know several people like this.
How about you, Chelsea? Do you know any lovable jackasses in your life?
I think we all know a lovable jackass. I don't think I know anyone who's consistently the lovable jackass.
Yeah.
But I definitely have friends who ride the lovable jackass wave.
Yeah, they're
And
on
there's
that
like
train.
the
Yeah.
different versions of them. Like his seems like the funny, like, oh yeah, let's party. Oh look, I'm naked. Oh fun, get me clothes now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then there's like the drunk guy where you're just like, oh man, that guy's gonna get wild and crazy tonight.
Little
Yeah.
less lovable.
You know, yeah.
Yes. Depending on what kind of drunk
More
they are.
jackass, less
Yeah.
lovable.
Yeah.
Totally.
But I'm in this type of situation, I'm the Cooper guy. So I'm
Oh,
with
yeah.
I don't talk to myself. I don't want to make it sound like that, right? I don't like turn to a fake camera and talk to myself. Maybe I do. No. But I'm the Cooper in this situation, I think, because any time my friends as a kid would say, hey, let's go TP the neighbor's house, or let's go tip the porta potty, I would be the one stuck there that had to take the blame. I wasn't involved. I feel like that's what Cooper, it's going to be Cooper's
He is.
role, right?
Yeah, for sure. He's the most relatable, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like I grew up being the Neil.
Really?
Oh,
think?
yeah. I'm like awkward, nerdy. Like, I had the great, strong group of friends who were really popular, but I was always just not quite as quick as everybody else, like with what's cool or what's happening.
Did you date a bodybuilder?
No.
No?
I dated a really tall guy, though.
See, it fits.
It does.
It's the same thing.
It's exactly the same.
It's literally the same
Literally
situation.
exactly the same.
What character are you most like, James?
I want to say I'm most like Barry, dude.
Oh!
You are the lovable jacket.
Watch out for the TVs in here.
Oh.
But I'm more of like the guy who's like, oh, like Halloween, everyone's like, oh, it's a costume party. I don't want to get dressed up. I'm the guy that's like, what am I wearing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Tommy Pickles. Get me a diaper.
Oh.
Get me a diaper.
Good costume.
I was Tommy Pickles this year for Halloween.
I think you're gonna have
And
to tweet me
my
a photo of
fiance
that,
was
please.
Angelica, so
Wow.
Do you have the
Life goals.
screwdriver on you?
I had it in my diaper.
Did you?
Dude, and a Reptar. I had a screwdriver.
You had a
and
Reptar? Where'd you get a Reptar in 2015?
It was like a swamp meat dinosaur that I found, but it was good enough
man.
to be a Reptar for
You
me.
are Barry.
Yeah. See.
Very much Barry.
That's awesome.
You lovable jackass.
I am.
mean
I'm
that
that
in the
guy.
best way possible, of course.
I'm excited to see them explore the other characters.
Yeah, totally.
Like, and
I am
give the other
too.
more screen time, and we get to see them.
Yeah.
Because even
Yeah.
off screen, like, they were all so funny. Just people and actors.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see them.
This is one of those shows, it seems, too, where everybody's given jokes, right? So it's not just the main guy,
Yeah.
or it's not just the antagonist. Everybody in the background. There was a lot of lines I even missed. I had to pause.
It seemed that this episode, it was very like Barry's lines were the best though.
They were so
like
good.
so maybe in like the future ones it'll be like, oh, this guy like Charlie will get all the or Neil,
Yeah.
sorry. He'll get all the focus and like he'll be the one that's delivering like the Despicable Me line. That guy took the whole moon.
Oh, that's
Like,
funny.
That was so great.
Those are the best,
so
though. The ones
funny.
that you like fly past and you either get them or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at the party. That's where you come in.
That was me.
Talking
That
to
was you.
Neil.
Yes.
Neil's saying, I want to lose my virginity.
No.
And
He wants you to be the one.
He did. I wish.
Did you guys ever meet people like this in parties? Is this a real thing or is it just on TV? Where people
I
are
hope it's
going up
just
and
on
actually
TV.
saying those things.
I don't know.
I definitely never met that guy.
I never met anybody like that. I'm glad that doesn't exist in real life because it's a little bit pervy, right?
Right.
A little bit.
He's
bit
just so
pervy.
sweet and lovable, though. Like
He is,
that
right?
the pervy part of it doesn't really come across.
Yeah.
Had Barry said that,
That would have been really pervy.
or
No, but it
now
might
he-
have made you laugh, and then you're like,
Right.
"Oh, this guy's funny. I'm gonna hang out with him."
it actually might have made you go for it. You'd
Yeah.
have been like, you know what? I like
Like,
you.
he's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I've never
You're
seen
ballsy.
somebody
You're
who
ballsy.
just wholeheartedly, like Neil, just says, I want to lose my virginity. Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe it's a little heartwarming, not pervy.
Right? He's looking for something. Well, he does say somebody to spend the rest of my
his-
life
yeah.
with.
He does.
And
then he
take my
turns.
virginity.
Yeah. Take my virginity. And then he turns and sees his bodybuilder future girlfriend. How romantic
She
is
says,
that?
"I'll take your virginity."
Right? They were throwing out so many improv lines back and forth. Like Jay Lacopo, the writer, he was there, and everybody was just getting a kick out of it. He's like, "Okay, Charlie, throw a different line at her," and he was like just improving so many different things back at her, and it was
awesome.
hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fun when you can do that in that kind of environment.
And
Yeah.
they're not like, "Time is money, people. Let's go."
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, "No, did you like that? Let's do another take." Gorilla press him over your head. Like, you know, like I'm sure there's some good stuff.
That's probably one of the, I think, beauties of shooting digital versus like film because there's, like you said, time.
Yeah, time is money. Yeah.
You have
That's
8
something I
cameras
never
going or
realized.
something.
You have a lot more freedom. Yeah, you can shoot 3 cameras at a time.
You don't have 3 seconds of film left in the canister.
Yeah. You can hit delete.
Yeah, that's
Start
dangerous.
over
So
again.
Oh,
that's
look,
scary.
I don't like this.
That's scary.
Yeah.
So the TV gets stolen by these hoodlums. These
Well, before we pass that, the
Rapscallions.
party scene. I love the chicken fight. Never do you ever
Oh, yeah.
see a chicken fight not in a pool, and it was like a chicken fight with like lightsaber glow sticks,
Yeah.
and like I was just like, this is amazing. Like,
Boxes
I want to be at
and-
this party.
I know.
man, I miss playing chicken.
Yeah,
That was one of my favorites.
In the
it's
pool.
dangerous.
In the pool,
in
yeah,
the
not
pool,
out of the
definitely.
pool.
No, I feel like somebody would have broken a skull.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's when you start having fun. It's like it's not funny until
Till
somebody
someone
gets
breaks a
hurt.
skull.
Or breaks a skull. I didn't want to take it that far, Chelsea. But
Sorry.
The guide to surviving life. Surviving.
Oh.
Yeah, see, you want to
We'll be right
survive.
back. So the TV gets stolen. Now this becomes the whole thing. We got to find it. Barry's obsessed. And
They find a pig.
And yeah, mini pig that 2 years later we find out is Big Pig
Yep.
laying on Neil's lap.
Yep.
We flash forward 2 years. Again, this thing's going like a mile a minute.
Totally.
I love how Barry had the same outfit on Like it was like 2 years later, but he has the same shirt.
I didn't even notice.
Yes.
That's so funny.
It's like 4 years later, he has the same shirt. Like I was like,
And I
this is
love
great.
whenever he calls
I think he was
everybody.
the only one with the same outfit though.
Oh my
like
God.
everybody else's clothes has changed, but
Yeah, I
his.
think everybody had kind of a haircut too, but he was
Yeah,
exactly,
he was exactly
the
the same.
You're right. Yeah, because even Cooper had like shorter hair. Josh looked a little bit older. Neil had longer hair.
Yeah, Megan had bangs.
Megan had bangs. I love this part. I love this part because I love when Barry calls everybody, because some are like, "What's going on?" Josh seemed to answer the phone like, "I'm ready for this. I knew this day was gonna come.
He was like, I gotta get away from my wife and kids.
I gotta go." Does he hate his wife?
No.
I don't think he does,
think
right?
so. I
He's
think,
just like family man.
well, like he says in the beginning, you know, I was, what does he say? I joined
I've
my
been
law
waiting-
firm at
yeah.
23. I was
Yeah.
married at 24. Like he's just, he's wanting to live that party lifestyle.
Definitely.
That's an interesting. I like their relationship so far, because sometimes you have the older brother that gets a little preachy to the younger brother, but instead, he just wants to be part
He
of
wants
the
to live
nonsense.
through him. He's
love
like,
that.
to live through you.
Me too.
Not instead of, "You should have gotten a job, kid."
I really like the Josh character, and I think he, I think he also, just because of the fact that he is older in life and has whatever life experiences that he has, I feel like he brings a nice groundedness to that group of friends. Like he
You
brings
need
this
that guy in your
real,
group of friends.
just, I'm the dude.
I'm the dude.
I'm gonna pick you up in the minivan
Yeah,
with my daughter.
baby. I'm gonna save the day with my baby. In the
Rewinding
minivan.
for just a second.
Yes, sorry, we're jumping ahead.
No, you're good. Rewinding for I jumped ahead too.
They
That's what
jumped
the show
ahead, they
does.
jumped
So we
back,
might as
it's
well.
fine.
Kelly,
Yes.
this is the fastest meet cute I've ever seen in my life.
Although slow as well, because it's been 5 years when
Right.
you think about it.
But I've never met somebody in the hallway of an apartment building and instantly just start talking about their boyfriend.
That's true.
That's pretty quick, right? No?
Usually that's like one of the first things that gets out. Like, are you available or not? But that's like the subtle way of doing it. Like,
Maybe I'm playing the game wrong, James.
maybe so.
Maybe.
Maybe I am. She reminded me of Cece from New Girl, though.
Totally.
Especially in the 2011 scene.
Yes.
2013, she looked different.
Yeah. But with the bangs.
With the bangs, it's all about the bangs.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was the same person because of the bangs.
Wow.
Again, Barry is the only one that has everything rocking the same way. So obviously we see Kelly and Cooper. They're starting to get a little closer. Go to the Clippers game together.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
What's going to happen?
Oh man, if only there was like a kiss cam or something.
If only there was a kiss cam.
If only.
Gotta take a leak. I love that part because that's where he sees the guys. Is in the
Right?
bathroom at a
Yeah.
Clippers game. Not in like some dark alley where you think these guys stole the TV. They're out in the alleyway.
They're at the Clippers game.
Yeah, they're in the Clippers game. Totally normal. They're seeing the Clippers, not on their big TV either.
No.
So he gets kidnapped.
And asks politely if they could wash their hands before they punch him in the
Which
face.
is a very astute thing to do. That's very smart.
They don't listen.
You don't know where they've been.
I know.
They're at the Clippers game. So
In the
that's-
bathroom.
Yeah. Stuff goes down at the Clippers games. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
So they make an exchange. Everybody drives out to the desert, which looks like it was somewhere in Mulholland Drive.
Nice
And
backdrop of LA.
yeah, obviously deals go down
I'm pretty
there.
sure it was Griffith Park.
Oh, is that what it
Might
was?
have been Griffith Park.
It looked like it to me.
Probably was. They make the exchange. The 4K TV.
Yes.
The best part of this, Josh is running down, 4K, 1080p, 60 hertz, 65 inches, whatever. And the guy's like, 3D?
Yeah. Is it 3D?
Is it 3D? Which, by the way, that's the exact same thing that happens, I think, when any of us explain this stuff to our parents.
Oh, yeah. Is it 3D?
Yeah. And Mom, I'll tell you what, it'll revolutionize everything you watch. 4,000 times the resolution of your other one. I know that's not what 4K means. Does it have channels? Yes,
yes,
of course
Mom.
it has
Yes.
channels.
Can I
Television.
watch my picture shows on there?
Does it have the movies?
Huh.
Yeah, but that's fun. That's fun. They got a good deal. They got a 4K TV.
I know. Those things aren't cheap.
No. Go ahead.
I love how when they let him out of the van, he's like, oh, boom, and he headbutts the guy, and he like kicks the other guy, and he's like, I'm getting out, and then he runs right into the van and falls down, and like all of his homies are standing there like, you idiot.
I know.
Like, we're gonna exchange something and get you back. Like, you're hurting yourself.
He doesn't know. He's got a hood on his head. He's just trying to survive.
Oh.
Nice tie-in. Whoa. Thanks.
Survive.
I'm a pro.
Hashtag survive. Yes.
Yes.
So they make the exchange. Everybody gets in the car safely. People are pretty pissed at the lovable jackass.
Yep.
Cooper kind of goes off on him, hits him a little bit.
He waits till he throws that like last straw that broke the camel's back.
yeah.
Like, Cooper, you know this is all your fault, right? And Cooper's just like, no, it's your fault. You took responsibility when you shouldn't have.
He does have
It's just a TV.
extreme patience, I feel like Cooper does.
Yeah.
The fact that he lets all of that
Yeah.
That's just
build
stuffing
up.
it
before
down.
he really
Stuffing
just...
it down.
That's
You
the
know.
worst. Because you know one day it's
You're just
going to
gonna-
come out.
Can't hold it in
explode.
forever.
You're going to knock your brother out in the front seat and
Yeah.
potentially drive off
A
Griffith
cliff.
Park.
Yeah.
Cliff. You don't want to do that. There's joggers down there.
Yeah.
That was so great.
Oh, man. That was fun.
I'm
That was
glad
the
he was
dad.
only knocked out
Yeah.
for such a brief amount of time.
That was pretty miraculous.
Yeah.
That was the dad.
Very fast
Josh
immune
right
system.
there. Kids, stop fighting in the back seat. Kids,
Yeah.
and then boom. And then I love when he like comes to and everyone's like all, huh, and he just like grabs the sippy cup
Oh,
and
yeah.
he tries to take a drip out of the sippy cup and he's like, oh damn it, and he just like throws it like, oh.
I like those little gems of him being dead.
I think one of my favorite lines from that whole segment is Neil saying, is Barry talking about it? He's like, you know, I love that TV and it was a memory box, and Neil's like, it was a 4K TV. Everybody loves that TV. It's just such a great response.
The music's starting to cue and like the moral of the episode, like, oh, that TV brought us together, guys, and I don't want things to change. And yeah, Neil's like, I love that TV. Everyone loved that TV, man.
There's still a joke. Joke on the joke. I love it.
It's so
Great.
good.
Barry just wanted everybody to be together. Mm-hmm. Get together time watching the TV.
Yeah. I want to see more of Josh's wife because as an
Yeah, she
actress,
seems I do funny. too.
She's
For
hilarious.
like the 2 seconds she was in, I was like, oh, this chick seems
Well,
great.
all the other projects I've seen her in, she's phenomenal. She's great. She was on NCIS for a while, and she's been on a bunch of stuff. And I saw her in something that was
right?
funny. I can't remember what it was, but she was. No,
We'll have to find out.
I thought
she's
it
in
would've
Crazy
been,
Stupid Love.
Oh.
She plays Emma Stone's best friend, and they have that whole scene about how she loves Conan O'Brien, and she's like, and then Ryan Gosling walks in, she's like, I love you.
I remember that.
See? Yeah.
I've never
Look at
seen
this
it.
encyclopedic knowledge
You're
over
welcome.
here.
She really does like TV.
The more you
I'm
know.
really like I have a ninja brain for like movies and TV. I like play connect the dots. It's like 6 degrees of anything.
Oh, we should test that.
Oh god, I take it
Who
back.
hosted Card Sharks? I don't remember
I don't
either.
even know what that is.
It's okay. 60s game show.
I thought it would have been hilarious if Josh's wife, like, because we didn't know, like, we just saw her pregnant. We didn't know that they already had kids until, like, you see the minivan and he has the kid in it. If, like, Josh's wife would have been, like, testing him and just having, like, random baby cries on the baby monitor to get him prepared for having a child. Because, like, when he wakes up and the baby monitor goes off and he's like, damn it. You know, like, I was like, oh, what if that's just a test? And she's like, see, honey, that's what it's going to be like. Now come back to bed. You know? I was like, oh.
I thought for sure, too, that when they did the reveal, he was going to have, like, quintuplets or something.
Yeah, something.
Just to
like,
add on to that pressure.
It makes me think of Very Bad Things. Have you ever seen the movie Very Bad
No.
Things? Where like it's all about the minivan and it's classic.
Minivans are like a rocket ship for moms.
Yeah,
Apparently.
it is.
It was a pretty good getaway vehicle, if you think about it.
Especially
Fit the
because
whole
it
gang.
had that electronic door
opener,
side door.
Yeah.
She just
That's a
jump
luxury
on
none of us
in.
have.
He's like, hey Gracie.
yeah.
Hi Gracie.
No, we had to
Just hops
pull
on
those
in.
doors.
Yeah,
and they
pull
were
it.
heavy.
We had to pull them both ways.
For like a 7-year-old, you're like, oh.
Yeah. I closed my brother's hand in one of those.
Oh, that's,
Really?
Yeah.
that's a little Sons of Anarchy.
We had
See that?
There it is
See
again.
What I did?
we had the child lock on ours for like 2 years and we didn't know. We thought the door was broken. So we used to have like someone let us out from the other side. And then someone was finally like, oh, you just got to move this switch.
Like,
That's James's guide to surviving minivans. That's right. So any other thoughts on the show? We end the episode with all of them in the apartment kind of
seems like
hanging out.
they've got a lot of good guest stars coming up. I mean, I've seen them advertise like Paula Abdul
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Victoria Justice.
Yeah.
And that pig. I want to see what happens with the pig.
I'm really curious about the pig. I was a little afraid that, like, instead of him having a pig on his lap, they were going to be eating bacon or something. I didn't, you never know with these shows.
I met a pet pig yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
Was it a small one?
He was probably about 40 pounds.
Okay.
And he was a pet, and I got really excited, and I took the guy's card because he grows pigs and he sells them for pets, and I
Are you
wanted
gonna
one.
get a pet pig?
No, but I really want one.
I kind of want one.
Right?
I think maybe we should. Can we bring him in next week?
Let's talk about that. I have his number. I'll give it to you.
That's crazy.
Let's do it. Bring in the pig from the show.
I don't have
right.
his number.
I loved how when the TV was stolen, in its place, with duct tape, they wrote,
Oh, yeah.
UFC guys took our TV.
In the outline of it.
In the outline, like where it would be like, sorry guys, UFC guys took our TV.
And leave the mount on the wall.
Yeah, they left the mount
We're not
there.
going to take that down.
No.
This is a tribute.
It's coming back. Okay, it's coming back. You can't move the
We
mount.
will get it.
And then at the end, you realize the landlord stole the TV.
Virgil.
Yeah, he's chilling there watching it, and he looks up and he's like, haha.
You know, I think I'm going to like Virgil.
He
Right?
seems awesome.
Yeah.
Just that he was like dance humping Josh's leg.
Yeah.
Because he was probably dance humping Josh's leg thinking like, you're bringing that TV and I'm going to steal it.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be my TV.
He's going to be a wild card.
What happens when they go to the landlord like, hey, our water's... Hey, that
looks
like
familiar.
our flat screen.
He'll find a way. I'm sure of it. He'll be
Yeah.
like, I bought it myself.
Yeah, I saw yours and bought it. Or I stole it.
Yeah.
You didn't pay rent?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think the moral of this episode was, don't be afraid to take chances. That was like the big thing. The overarching...
That is good. And that's what he Cooper went to Kelly's door and tried to do.
Yeah. Or
They're gonna end up
I love
together.
how
They're gonna end up together.
like,
Oh,
right?
totally.
He's
I
like-
mean, they're going to get together and then they're going to break up and somebody's going to do something stupid and,
They
Kiss cam
kiss
round
on the
two.
kiss cam. He's like, I have to pee, and then he comes to her door. Which, how did she get home from the Staples Center then? He just like left her at the Staples Center.
Uber. Or Lyft, depending on your
Virgil
region.
drives an Uber also.
or the subway, even.
The subway.
From there, LA Live,
be.
you can
Oh,
take
yeah.
the subway.
Minivan.
Minivan.
Yeah. Any other option?
Marching
Jetpack.
band.
Rickshaw.
A kangaroo.
Rickshaw would be nice from downtown. That'd be a good scene to go by the, the canyon seat. People
It'd be
making
beautiful.
trades.
And then she'd be home.
Yeah.
And problem solved.
That's it.
Done.
And then, knock, knock, I got kidnapped.
Yeah.
I got kidnapped.
I loved her expression.
Yeah.
She held that real good. She's like, no.
Kelly knows.
Just like, hear that one all the time.
Kelly's got it.
Kidnapped.
I have a crush on Kelly. Okay. Who
doesn't?
Any other thoughts on episode 1 of Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life?
I really enjoyed it. I think it's going to be a good, funny season, and
I loved it.
Me too.
I hope you come back with
Hey,
a
me
name.
too.
You just come
What was
back
your name?
anytime.
What was your name in
Young
this episode?
woman.
Oh.
Young woman. We're going to call you Chelsea.
I like that name.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Remind the peoples where they can find you on the social medias.
Woo! Oh, yes. Chelsea Alden is my Twitter, at Chelsea Alden. Or my website has all of my links, chelseaalden.com.
Oh.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram.
Nice. MySpace.
No.
No.
I-
Friendster?
I did log in there the other day. I do still have an account,
I
though.
still have
That's a
my
weird
MySpace,
experience.
too.
Right?
Don't do that again.
It was fun.
I don't like it. I saw 7th grade me. Very scary, James.
I saw
had a
my
MySpace
I
in
saw my
7th
top
grade?
8.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I feel so old.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
James, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at the Jimbo Slice. That's TheeJimboslice. And I engineer a bunch of shows here at AfterBuzz. So if you ever hear me, this is what I look like.
There you
If
are.
you're listening to me, this is what I sound
The
like.
face behind the mic.
Yeah.
Look at
There you
that.
go.
You can follow me at The Only Camshaft on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to the podcast in iTunes. Rate 5 stars, 4.5. We'll take that as well. Anything you'd like to say, hey, use the hashtag ABTVGTSL on Tweety Machine, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.